Alright, we're back with Filsinger Games Wrestling and have an idea that I've been playing around with that I think will be fun, and that is determining the Women's Lineal World Champion. So I'll give you a brief history here of why we don't know who the Women's Lineal Champion is and how we are going to determine who the rightful champion is. My guess is this is not going to be officially recognized, but we're going to recognize it in our head canon. So let me kind of just start with how we got in the situation and some of the details I may not have right. I'm without internet at the moment, so I'm not able to thank the article, the blog that I had read that explained some of this, and anyway, so we'll go through. There's a couple of these that may not quite have quite the claim to be the lineal champion that the others do, but I like the idea of an 8 person tournament for this. So first we'll start out here. Mildred Burke, she retired as champion, sort of left the NWA basically, and started her own company, the WWWA. And at that point, the NWA had a tournament, if I remember correctly, and June Byers won that tournament. So June Byers and Mildred Burke had a match. It was a 2 out of 3 falls match, but the match was stopped because they got into a real life fight, and they called it a no contest. But June Byers was up in the falls 1-0. I don't know the details. I don't know if this fight like kind of turned into a shoot and uh, one of the two, or I'm not exactly sure how that worked. I would be curious to know the answers. If anybody knows, put them in the comments. That would be interesting. But anyway, so we'll go off on the shorter side of this branching timeline. So Mildred Burke ended up, like I said, starting the company. She retired as champion. So I'm going to say that's her reason for potentially being our lineal champion. Years later, the title was bought out by a Japanese company. They bought the lineage and the title, and Tanahashi is now their champion. I know little to nothing about her, but again, part of the fun process here is learning about the different wrestlers. So that takes care of the WWA champion. That's where we stand there. That title has a little bit of a legit claim to be the women's lineal champion. But so next we'll go to June Byers. She retired as champion, so I think that gives her maybe a little claim to it. And the title was then the Fabulous Moolah took over the title and held it for many years. And she eventually stopped working for the NWA, mainly because she signed an exclusive contract with WWF at the time. And so the NWA stopped recognizing her as champion, but she sold the title and the lineage to the WWF. So her claim is pretty flimsy because she goes on and wrestles Wendy Richter and loses the WWF title. But if we were to say that she was the rightful NWA champion when she left the company, I guess we could say that this is one of the flimsier possibilities. But anyway, she's in there. Tiny chance of claiming that she is the real women's lineal world champion. So the belt, the WWF belt, ends up going. This is pretty interesting. Ends up going with Layla, and Michelle McCool were kind of co-champions, and Michelle McCool in a unification bout lost the women's title. So Layla did not defend her belt, did not lose, so she technically is an unbeaten WWE Women's Champion. So I think she has a small but a claim to be the Women's Lineal World Champion. So she's in the tournament. Then you go to our current, where the WWE title is now, is Io Sky is the current champion, but that belt, which came from here, was split, and I kind of shoehorned in Rhea Ripley here. As that title was split, uh, the lineage pretty much goes with Io Sky's title, but anyway, we shoehorned in Rhea Ripley. She has the, I'd say, least legit claim to be the women's lineal champion, but a claim nonetheless. And if she wins a title, of course, we will crown her as the women's lineal champion. Okay, that's the setup. If you see anything wrong here, wrestling historians, if I've missed something, um, but I think that's pretty right on the history. Let's get into a match and get our tournament started. And we're going to start it out with Kenzie Paige, who is the NWA World Champion. She's going to take on former and retired as champion June Byers. So Kenzie Paige was extremely difficult to learn about because there's another Kenzie Paige that's on the indie scene that uh, maybe works for the same company. I don't know. That was a very difficult researching her. But once I started researching her, she's very young, inexperienced, but she's got it. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen with her career, but she's really. Um, I don't know if she's 20. She's somewhere in the 20 range, and her sister wrestles, and she was discovered by Kane and Ricky Morton, trained by them. Maybe not discovered, maybe just trained. But anyway, she's a protege of theirs, and she's really got a lot going for her. She's great as a heel. Reminds me a little bit of Alexa Bliss with some of the in between moves, some of the stuff that she does. Really good. I think this girl's got a future, maybe a ways off, but I think she's got a future in the business. So June Byers, of course, is one of the all-time greats. We're without further ado, we're just going to get into this. I'm looking forward to this. I do have a few things different here that from the base game. I've added in women's matches tend to go a little bit quicker than the men's, so I've added in things that are going to get our pin targets up a little bit quicker. So we're gonna you may or may not like some of those things, but we're ready to go. Let's see who has the initiative. June Byers will get us started. Starting on level 1. Hip toss into a knee strike for 2. Down 3. Kenzie Paige already in trouble. Byers Bridge, deep trouble, +2. So, man, 7 or less, and the NWA champion is going to lose in quick fashion. 7 it is. There's the bell, and unfortunately, Kenzie Paige. I absolutely hate that happened so fast, but that's what happens when you face an all-time great. So June Byer will move on in our lineal tournament. Let's get her over to the semifinals. Now that's going to bring up our WWE unification, which is going to see Rhea Ripley against Io Sky. Get Our pin targets, 3 and 3. Both have 3 pin targets. And roll for initiative. No, we will not have any interference. We will not have. I'm not going to count DQs, but I will count countouts. So Rhea Ripley has the advantage, and she will act first. Shoulder tackle, power check. She wins that easily. Takes her to 2. Hurt 2. Northern Light suplex 3. Down 3. Could leave the ring. Not going to do that. Rhea Ripley now on level 3 offense. Full Nelson Slam 3. Down 3 or leave. She is going to leave this time. 6, and she is a B outside the ring.
You are thrown from the ring. In order to beat the referee's count, you helplessly roll back into the ring. Your opponent rolls on level 3 offense.
Might recognize our chart announcer, Mario Ranello. Love him. Offense 3 into the turnbuckle. She's going to try it. Double 6. That's another little special rule that I have here. But it doesn't apply for this chart. Alright, so what we're doing? We're doing into the turnbuckle. 6 with a B rating.
Your opponent attempts an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. You try to reverse the turnbuckle throw. If your power is higher than your opponent, you whip her into the turnbuckle. Either way, re-roll on this chart.
Okay, so Io Sky's power is certainly not the equal of Rhea Ripley, so she will re-roll but gets a good roll in the turnbuckle.
Whips you into the turnbuckle. As your opponent charges into the corner, you lift your boot, connecting with a well-timed kick to her face, halting her momentum. You take over. Roll on level 2 offense.
Okay, so Io Sky reverses that. Somersault leg drop for 3. Now Rhea Ripley in a bit of trouble. Down 3, leave the ring. She's not going to leave the ring. Io Sky. Oh, wow, she should have left the ring. Thunder Splash plus 3. 6 or less, and this could be a shocking quick win. Just misses. Add 1 to the pin total there. Io Sky continuing on offense. Guido clutch for 3. Pin 3. Another chance for the pin here. We have a 4 or less for the pin. Doesn't get it. Count of 2. Add 1 to her target now. Io again now crossface 2. Dazed 1. So Rhea Ripley out of immediate danger. Shotgun drop kick, agility check. She's going to win that easily. 2. Hurt 2. Somersault leg drop 3. Rhea Ripley. Down 3, add 1. Oh man! Oh no! Thunder Splash. This could do it. Needs a 3. Needs a 9 or less for the pin. Gets it. There's the bell. Io Sky defeating Rhea Ripley to win her first round matchup. So I'm kind of happy with that. That at least a legit claim to a very legit claim to being the Lineal champion is still alive there. All right, so next match, definitely another interesting pairing, the Fabulous Moolah. Let's see, where are you at, Lita? Gotta go get Lita. Hang on one second. Not Lita, sorry, Layla. Alright, and there's Layla. This is Cool Layla, which I really liked. Probably about the best thing she did other than her dancing. Um, so here's her opportunity against the Fabulous Moolah. Going to be an uphill battle to pull through this one, but we shall see. Layla versus Fabulous Moolah. Layla will start us out on offense. Pull hair 1. Dazed 1. Snapmare using the hair 2. Moolah reverses that. Takes over. Shoulder tackle 2. Layla hurt 2. Stiff punches 3. Hurt 2. Brutal stomp 2. Layla hurt 2. Atomic drop D chart check. 9 plus 1, 10 or less for this to work. That easily works. Atomic drop 2. Layla hurt 2. Brutal stomp. Layla down 3. In trouble now. Moolah. Slingshot. She has the power on that, so that slingshot will go through. That should be a 3. Down 3, add 1. So wait, I did not set Layla at 4, so she's at 5, and Moolah is at 3. Let's see, down 3, add 1. All right, so Moolah continuing the assault. Elbow drop 2. Layla could maybe get out of this 2. Backbreaker 3. Hurt 2. Arm drag 2. 2 again. Layla, let's see. Moolah, brutal stomps. Layla is luckily keeping this on level 2, but she's got to eventually break the cycle. Stiff punches 3. Hurt 2. Body slam power goes to Moolah 2. Hurt 2. Stiff punches 3. Flirting with danger here. Down 3. Missile drop kick 3. Down 3. Luckily, Layla's rolling low numbers here on hers. Oh, here we go. Schoolgirl roll up. That's going to be a +1. That's going to be a 6 or less for the 3 count. Just misses. Add 1. Okay, so back here, Moolah again rolls her up again. Now we're looking at a 7 or less for the pin. Doesn't get it. Layla hanging on. Moolah again goes for it again. 3rd straight time. Will she get her here? 8 or less for the win. There's the bell. Moolah defeats Layla in a pretty lopsided contest. So, that advances the Fabulous Moolah. No surprises yet, unless you consider Io Sky over Rhea Ripley a surprise. This next match, I doubt if we're going to get a surprise, but you never know. Takahashi versus Mildred Burke. All right, set to pin totals. We are at 5 and at 2. Big advantage there. Agility, Mildred Burke just edges out in agility, and Mildred Burke also just edges her in power. All right, let's roll for initiative. Takahashi will be on offense to get us started. Shining Wizard, nice to get started. Unfortunately, it's an agility check, which she will not pass. Abdominal stretch, power, she does. Hurt 2. Mildred Burke, forearm smashes. Hurt 2. Abdominal stretch, that works. Tanahashi reverses it. She's now on offense. And I'm sorry, I'm saying Tanahashi. I am not going to be able to stop that. Takahashi. Camel clutch, no, will not work. Mildred Burke reverses out of that. Knee drop to the midsection now. On level 3, that's a pin attempt. 5 or less for the early pin, and there it is. Mildred Burke makes super quick work. And she will move to the semifinals. Which is going to set up some really interesting matches. Let's go ahead while she's on there. Let's have her do a return, and we are ready for Mildred Burke versus the Fabulous Moolah. Main event anywhere in the world, any century. Who's this? See? I guess Mildred would probably be the face here. Moolah the heel. All right, let's roll for, and well, let's set up our pins again. We're down 2 versus 3. Agility goes to Moolah. Power is a dead even. So Moolah will get us started on offense. Step over toe hold 3 right off the get-go, and that will work. Mildred Burke all the way on level 3 already. Hurt 2. Backbreaker 3. Moolah not wasting any time here. Down 3, leave the ring. She's going to leave the ring. She is a B on that. 8B.
You are thrown from the ring. In order to beat the referee's count, you helplessly roll back into the ring. Your opponent rolls on level 3 offense.
All right. No, it didn't actually hurt her, but a missile drop kick from Moolah. Hurt 2. Mildred showing resilience, but Moolah is not backing down. Stiff punches 3. Staying in level 3. Down 3. Moolah now. Schoolgirl roll up. We just saw her win on that. She needs a 3 for the win. Doesn't get it. Adds 1. Moolah back at it again. Missile drop kick 3. Hurt 2. Body slam power check. That is going to go to Moolah on the tie. 2. Mildred Burke reverses it now. She takes over. First time we've seen her in control. Slaps Moolah in the face. Dazed 1. Hip toss into a knee strike. 2. Moolah 5 or 6 reverses it. Hurt 2. Mildred Burke hammerlock 2. Moolah reverses it. She goes on the offense. Body slam. Tie goes to Moolah. Level 2. Mildred Burke reverses it. Back to Mildred Burke now running. Body slam. That will work for her too. Moolah reverses it. Brutal stomp 2. Cream of the crop in these 2. Hurt 2. Body slam. That works 2. Hurt 2. Moolah stiff punches now. Mildred Burke in trouble. Down 3. Leave the ring. She is not going to leave the ring. 2 finishers here. Hits the bigger of the 2. The Moolah Buster. Plus 2. 5 or less for the 3 count. Doesn't get it, but adds 1 to the fatigue. Moolah back at it again. Now rolls her up. Plus 1. That is a 5 or less for the win. Doesn't get it. Add 1. Moolah now. That throws her out of the ring. Ring rating B, 4. That's a good roll for Burke.
You are thrown from the ring. The opponent, wanting to seize this advantage, hops from the ring. She attempts to whip you into the ring steps, but you counter it, reversing the whip and send her crashing into the unforgiving steel steps. The referee may disqualify you. Roll your DQ. If not disqualified, you roll back into the ring. After catching your breath, You give your signature pose to the fans. As she struggles back into the ring, you roll on level 3 offense.
Okay, thanks to the no DQ rule, Mildred Burke will be able to continue, but digging into dirty bag of tricks here, throws Moolah into the steps, reverses the step throw, so I guess that justified her actions. Throws her into the steps, gets back in the ring. Now Moolah in big trouble here. 5, running headbuster for 3. That adds 1. Moolah is now on level 3 defense. 4. This is the pin attempt here. The running headbuster now. 4 or less for the win. Doesn't get it, but adds 1. Great matchup here. Now, Mildred Burke. Swinging neckbreaker for 3. Hurt 2. Burke, hammerlock for 2. Body, oops, wrong chart. Dazed 1, so back up, slowing it down. Agility check. Oh, that's not going to work. Now, Moolah takes over. Atomic drop on chart D. 9. She's going to need a 7 and gets it. Mildred Burke on chart 2. Hurt 2. Backbreaker 3. Hurt 2. Body slam. That works 2. Mildred reverses it. Now Mildred takes over. Hip toss into a knee strike 2. Moolah reverses it and now takes over here. Backbreaker 3. Quickly Mildred Burke down on level 3. Hurt 2. Backbreaker goes right back to it. Mildred Burke down 3. Leave the ring. She's going to leave. That may have been a mistake. Trying to catch her breath to stop this momentum. B out of the ring. And a 7.
You are thrown from the ring.
She's going to get caught coming back in.
In order to beat the referee's count, you helplessly roll back into the ring. Your opponent rolls on level 3 offense.
Moolah, nasty on level 3. 5 and 6 are her finishers, but she hits her with a missile drop kick. That's going to be a pin attempt. 5 or less. Moolah going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Moolah has defeated Mildred Burke and will move on to the finals of the Lineal Championship. Will Moolah be the Lineal champion? All right, and that sets up our other semifinal match. Io Sky and June Byers. The winner to face the Fabulous Moolah for the Lineal Women's World Championship. Pin 3, pin 3. All right, roll for initiative. June Byers will get us started. Slap to face for 1. Dazed 1. Running clothesline 2. Hurt 2. Pendulum backbreaker 3. You got a pin attempt here. 3 or less for the win. Oh, just misses. Adds 1 to her pin total. Now, June Byers. Lights out left punch for 2. Io Sky reverses it now. She is on offense now. 5. Underhook, facebreaker, power. She is going to lose that, and June Byers is going to take over on offense. Leg trip, chart D. 9. It's going to take a 6 for this to work. She gets it. Hurt 2. Headlock takedown 3. Pin attempt. headlock takedown. Can she get a win off of that? Needs a 4 or less. Doesn't get it, but adds another. Io Sky in trouble. Level 3 offense for June Byers. 6. The Byers Bridge. That's a +2 move. This needs a 7 or less for the win. She got it. June Byers picks up the win and sets up an epic championship match. So it's going to be June Byers versus the Fabulous Moolah. The winner will be the Lineal World Champion. All right. 3 and 3. Roll for initiative. Important initiative roll there. June Byers will get us started. Will June Byers or Fabulous Moolah be our lineal champion? Body slam, power check. That is going to go to Moolah. She's going to reverse that. Let me quickly go through that. They are even in agility. Moolah holds a slight advantage, which will be huge in the power department. So Moolah reverses that. Now hits her with a backbreaker 3. Quickly now, down 3. Moolah, slingshot, power, gets it. That's a level 3. Wrong one. 4, pin attempt. Could she finish her here? Needs a 3 for the win. Slingshot and the pin attempt. Doesn't get it, but adds 1. Moolah again. 3, elbow drop. 2. June Byers reverses it. Narrowing out of that now. Single leg drop, agility check. Again, they're even, so that's going to work. That takes Moolah to 2 defense. 6, Moolah reverses that immediately and takes over. Brutal stomps 2. Hurt 2. Brutal stomps again. Down 3. This could be trouble. Slingshot, power, that works. Down 3. Got to get out of this. The Moolah Buster +2. That's going to be 6 or less for the crowned lineal champion. 6 or less. 1, 2. Doesn't get it, but takes her up to 5, and she continues the assault. Hits her again with a Moolah Buster. 7 or less for the win. Gets it. There is your champion. Fabulous Moolah is the lineal champion. You can tell everyone that you know who the rightful lineal champion is. It is the Fabulous Moolah. Congratulations to her. All right. So we appreciate you joining us. This was a lot of fun. I like the pacing of the matches. I thought that was good. They're a little fast, but I like the fast-paced nature of those matches, and we got through that tournament in a very good time. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next Filsinger Games Wrestling.